Gavin Newsom has blood on his hands. You do not give CDL, which is commercial driver's license, to illegals, number one, people that can't speak English, which that's a new executive order from President Trump, and you're having them go cross country. If you're going to do it, let them drive in your state. It just breaks your heart that you see people lose their lives for things that these people, the Democrats, absolutely could avoid. And again.
Oh, yeah. Now, Gavin Newsom is getting exposed again. Now, he has not had a good week, ladies and gentlemen. Here is California Sheriff Chad Bianco literally exposing Gavin Newsom. We got to take a look at this. This is going viral. A lot of people are sharing this, and you know you are doing bad. Not with just the job reports. We got to talk about the job reports, but how bad Gavin Newsom is killing it in California. He's doing terrible in California. And then Democrats are praising this guy to be the next president of the United States of America. Isn't that wild?
My message is, Gavin Newsom, I am going to expose you for the complete fraud that you are, the liar that you are, and you will never, ever be the president of this country. You will never do to the rest of the country what you have done to California. California's problems are completely caused by California government. We have the greatest businesses. We have the greatest people. We have the greatest business minds, the greatest innovators, the greatest creators, the greatest entrepreneurs in the country. We have the fourth largest economy that is artificially propped up to be something good. And the thing that is preventing us from being great, from achieving that California dream that that I came here for, the only thing preventing us is government. Government has its boot on our backs, keeping us down with over-regulation, activism, appeasement of activists, instead of taking care of the majority of Californians as a whole. And it's an agenda. It is a complete agenda of making sure that government is in control of all of our lives instead of us being in control of government. And so the only reason I'm doing this is to restore that balance. The balance is supposed to be that government is supposed to be working for us. We are not supposed to be working to increase the size of government. And that's the only reason why California is no longer the greatest state in the country. You can have our politicians say it as much as they want, but we are the laughingstock of the rest of the country. We are the laughingstock of the world. My wife and I were fortunate enough to go to Europe last year, and we had the first night there, we splurged. We had an unbelievable dinner with we paid for a sommelier to come and make sure that we learned everything about Italian wine and all of that stuff. The first introductions, where are you from? California. And he laughed and he said, you guys have that crazy governor.
Wow. Now, here's a question I have for you guys, as we're going to dive deep into how bad Gavin Newsom has been with the overregulation and the immigration and what's been going on. Obviously, there was a CDL license given to an illegal migrant who then took the lives of 3 people in Florida. So California right now, is anybody from California? Has anybody fled California to go to another state because life there just became terrible with taxes and all these things? It's so bad. You literally have a sheriff speaking about this.
And we're just looking at each other like, how would someone across the world know that we have a lunatic for a governor? So we started talking about it, and he's like, everyone wants to go to the United States. And it used to be everyone wants to go to California. That's here, right. No one wants to go to California anymore. They'll go to California for Disneyland. That's it. And it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing that we are no longer the greatest state in the country. And we're still all the same people. We're still all the same businesses. It's our government that has completely changed and brought us to this laughingstock position. And I'm going to take it back. I take some blame for it, because I wasn't standing on the rooftops yelling to everyone that we had to stop this, look what's going to happen. And so while I was concerned with my career, my life, my family, my own home, and making sure that I was secure, I kind of just wasn't paying attention to what government was doing, and now it's affecting everyone. So I will make sure that what I came to California for, my California dream, I will make sure that every kid growing up now has that dream. And even the kids that now are from 20 to 35, that it's impossible for them to make their California dream. I'll make sure that I make up for it. And we return the ability to look at that Gold Coast as the beacon for the rest of the country. And if you're going to make it, you come to California to make it, and you work hard and you'll do it. That has to happen again. And that's really the only reason I'm running for governor.
He's running for governor, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, this is big news. Running as a Republican, Chad Bianco. Man, he's got my vote. If I could vote, I would vote. This guy right here will be running against all the Democrat, any Democrat. Like he's the guy. And so make sure you look this guy up, Chad Bianco. This is not the first time he's exposed the Democrats. This could be a big step in a direction to go the right way. Imagine California being great again. Just imagine that. But here's the thing. There is more. Enough of this. Say the voters of California, things are just going so bad over there. We got to talk about the money and what's going on and the jobs. It's worse than you can imagine. Take a look at this video.
Well, the Golden State is the gold standard in a lot of things. Rampant crime, homelessness, skyrocketing cost of living, and a governor determined to stick it to the president however he can. They're now also the gold standard in unemployment. California's unemployment rate now the highest in the country at 5.5%. In July, above the national rate of 4.2%. California's tech sector is dealing with one of the toughest markets in years. Companies are getting rid of the jobs they overhired for during COVID, and a growing number of workers are getting replaced by AI. Instead of addressing it, Newsom is blaming Trump's war on affordability and small businesses. John, I'll start with you on this. Is California going to drive the rest of the country into recession? I think this idea that it's AI that's the problem is a canard.
And they're blaming Trump for this. They're blaming Trump for the unemployment crisis. They have a crisis.
And it's probably the policies coming out of the governor that's driving people and companies out of California.
You know, Jerry, I agree with you, but perhaps a little bit of disagreement on AI that's perhaps slowed down hiring, if not resulted in a loss of jobs in tech. But the real problem is too much regulation, and taxes are just too darn high in California. That's what's driving companies out. And it's also the quality of life. My goodness. I mean, you have all of this homelessness in San Francisco and Los Angeles and crime to worry about, influx of illegal aliens. I've had enough of this. So people are leaving, businesses are leaving, primarily taxes being way too high, the cost of living's too high, real estate's too high, in large part because of regulations. Good luck.
And that's what we have coming to New York City. In New York City, you have Curtis Sliwa, who is the Republican nominee. He's been speaking about this as well. And now you got Chad Bianco there in California. Things to look forward to that are actually positive, people that you can get around. There's a lot going on in the state of California now with the redistricting they're going to try to do to just own the state completely, because they've already redistricted, but they want to do it more now that Texas is fighting back with redistricting. So unemployment now is at the worst in the nation in California. This is terrible news, but this guy stands on stage and blames Trump for everything. He's blaming Trump for everything you could imagine. And now you have the sheriff. Now you have people coming out. They're fighting and they're trying to fight back. And I'm shining the light on that. So make sure to smash the like button. Search up Chad Bianco. Let's see if he's a good option in California that people can rally around and get around and look to. You know what? This guy's a leader. This guy can lead us. This guy will expose Gavin Newsom. This guy will expose what the Democrats have done. Because, Gavin Newsom, he's going to be the next Democrat nominee. We already know this. They're prepping him up. They're doing edits where he's this handsome guy. He's the guy that's going to torch down MAGA after Trump. He's got a lot of skeletons in his closet, ladies and gentlemen.